Hello, my BMX nerd friends. Welcome back to another episode of Kanode Knows, brought to you by Dig BMX. This week on the show, I have bronchitis, but I recorded an episode with Kriss Kyle before I got bronchitis, and it's dope. Kriss's life is a movie. From living at the skate park to being in the sky riding a skate park hung by a hot air balloon and everything that went into that, and his BMX life, mountain bike life, and everything off the bikes as well. We covered it all. So, Kriss, it was really nice talking to you. Thanks for coming on. Before we get into it, go to rawlife.com and use promo code Kanode on getting yourself some superfood powder and get healthy. Make sure you like and subscribe, share the show with a friend, and without further ado, here's Kriss Kyle. Hi, Kriss Kyle.
How you doing, Bobby? All right?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thank you, mate. Cheers for having me on.
It's my pleasure, dude. It's my honor. This accent, I couldn't miss it, dude. It's so crazy hearing your voice because I talked to you when you were here in Arizona. How long ago was that? 10 years?
Yeah, probably longer.
Yeah, for real. It's trippy to think about. Tony Maloof had a house out here, and then it was a BSD trip. I remember just little bits of it. Like I remember Dave Sowerby telling me or teaching me for the first time in my life that red wine doesn't go in the fridge. I had put the red wine in the fridge, and Dave looked at me like, "What the hell are you doing?"
That's a no-go.
You stay in touch with Dave?
Yeah, I've actually just finished filming a new BSD video. That'll be it's in the skate park that I used to live in Unit 23. So
nice.
So just finished that off, and that'll be out I think next month. I was gonna try and get it out this month, but I think it'll be next month now.
Sick. So June.
Yeah,
June we got a Kriss Kyle BSD video dropping. That's sick.
Yeah.
Stoked.
Yeah, because it's been a while since I've done one because like lockdown happened and then wasn't going on trips, and then I got a dog, and then just fucking life just took over. But it was nice, it was nice. But now I feel like I can get back to reality and actually fucking the buzz is there, you know what I mean, and get back and start smashing it.
Hell yeah! How old are you now?
Turned 31 in March.
Wow, look at us, dude. We're the older generation now. That's crazy.
Yeah, old school, right?
So trippy. Well, you said life got busy. What is life like for you? Like, what's an average day in the life for Mr. Kriss Kyle?
Fuck, it depends. Depends what I'm doing. But yeah, majority if I'm home, it's just I wake up at like 5:30 in the morning. Get a coffee in bed, straight out with my dogs. I've got 3 Labradors, so they need a lot of working out. Yep. So I take them out, come back, smash out some emails, do a bit of the boring stuff, and then from there, if I'm either going to ride mountain bikes or BMX, then I'll either go to the skate park or go street or go to the hills and take the dogs, and then out there for hours. Come back in the afternoon and usually go on my walk bike or go for a run or go for another dog walk, and then. Yeah, either go out with the boys if it's a Saturday or something like that, and they've all got dogs and stuff and wives now. So yeah, just either go out with them, have some drinks and stuff, or sit in the house and drink a couple of bottles of red wine with a message.
Hell yeah. Not a bad life you got going for yourself, dude. How did this come about? Like, because this isn't what your life was like when you were in Arizona and I met you. You were probably still living at that skate park, right?
Yeah, honestly, like I fucking can't believe that it's worked out the way it did, and I'm so thankful for it. Like, but it was fucking when I think back to it, I left home when I was 14 years old. I'm from a small town in the southwest of Scotland called Stranraer, and there's nothing there. There's like the shittest little skate park ever, and I used to first get into BMX from my older brother, and he was like 4 years older than me, and when I was 10 years old, I used to. My mom and dad would take me out to the skate park to watch my brother ride and his friends, and it looked as if they're having so much fun. So I wanted to be part of that, and then that's how I kind of got into BMX. For my 10th birthday, I begged mom and dad for the BMX, and I got it, or my 11th birthday. Anyway, I got it, and I was just hooked on it. But unfortunately, they were all older, and then they all quit riding, so I didn't really have any friends in the town, and it was just like small town. Even my mates that were my age, they weren't into riding really or anything like that. So it sucked. So then I started taking it into my own hands when I was like 12. And I'd jump on the train at the weekend, and it would take me 3.5 hours to go to Unit23 Skatepark in Dumbarton.
As a 12-year-old, you're hopping on a train and going 3 hours that's amazing, dude.
3.5 hours. And it
Yeah.
was scary because I'd never even been in like a big city before, and I had to go through Glasgow city centre to get another train, then go on the underground. There was junkies everywhere. It was it was scary. But then I ended up making friends at Unit 23, and I'd come home from there, and I just hated being home. It was shit. Like all I wanted to do was ride that bike. It was the only thing I cared about, and I go to hell and back just to ride it. So, I ended up. My mum was a teacher at my high school as well, and I know I'm rattling on a bit here, but it's
No,
quite
I love
enough.
it. Keep going.
And then my dad was a janitor at the high school, and my brother-in-law was my geography teacher at the school. But I remember my mum would give me like a day off school to go and stay up with my friends at Unit 23 and ride.
Sick.
Um,
Shout out, mom. That's
yeah,
awesome.
honestly, yeah, fucking, it was amazing. Without them, I wouldn't have been able to do this. But yeah, so she'd make up excuses, say, "Oh, Kriss is not well, and he's fucking gonna keep him off school." But I was away riding my bike in Glasgow, and then she get yeah a day that she gave me off. Yeah, she gave me a day off school, but that day would turn into 2 days. And I'd be like, Mama, I missed the train home, or I've ran out of money, I can't come home. And then it would turn into a week, and then fucking 2 weeks, and then 3 weeks, and then I had people chasing me to try and take me to court because my attendance was non-existent at school. Like
Yeah.
I didn't do any exams or anything like that, so I've got no qualifications. And but I hated it because I didn't realize what I was doing to my mum and dad, but I was putting them through hell. But even though I wasn't bad or anything like that, but I was just young, and just all I cared about was riding. So,
Yeah.
and then when I was 15, just turning 16, Chick Maley, the guy that runs Unit 23 Skatepark, was like, Kriss, if you want, you can live in the skate park. And I was like, ah, fuck, no way. Like every kid's dream, it was
Yeah.
like fucking like the Woodward of the UK pretty much. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I was in there, and it was scary though. It's a big old warehouse, and it's not like the cleanest of places. It's like it's a proper what you call an actual skate park. It's not like a new thing. It's a proper fucking skate park.
Yeah.
It was used in the war to build parts of planes. Then it was a distillery, and then it was a skate park. But
No
the thing
shit. That's dope. I didn't know all
it,
that.
it was cool, but it was scary. And I'd be in there by myself at night, and I slept on like a two-seater sofa. It was so cold as well. It was like -5 sometimes. It was fucking freezing.
Wow.
Uh, I didn't have any money to eat or anything as well, so I'd live on candy and sweets out of the skate park shop. And
Fucking A.
yeah, honestly, it was gnarly. But then the next day we'd roll around, and my friends would all be back in there, and I'd just be having the best time again. And fuck, it's all I cared about. And then yeah, and then I got hooked up by BSD and started traveling. Nike as well. I was on Nike. And then yeah, started traveling and started making a little bit of money for it, and then I was like, fucking hell, this could actually
Yeah.
work. I was like, this is crazy, yeah. And
You kind of went all in without realizing that you went
yeah,
all in. That's amazing.
honestly, like I didn't know it. Obviously, it'd be like a dream to be like a rider and that, but to be honest with you, I never thought it would happen because coming from such a small town like that in Scotland, in the middle of nowhere, shit like that just doesn't happen. It was always like in America and that, or you'd see
Yeah.
pros, but yeah, but it just fuck. And I'm a strong believer now. As long as you're passionate enough about something, doesn't matter what it is. As long as you fucking live it and breathe it and commit to it, then you'll succeed. It doesn't matter where you're from or what skate park you have. You can fucking do it. So
Yes, sir. That's fucking awesome. I had a question that just popped in my head and then it left right away. That's so. When did you? How old were you when you like lived in the skate park? You said 14, 15.
yeah, I was like 15 when I moved in, and I lived there for like 8 years.
Wow.
Long time.
So you were living there when you came when you were traveling to
Yeah.
come to Arizona. That's fucking nuts, dude. And then
But
yeah,
it was the best childhood ever though. Like, because I moved in, I lived there myself for a year, and then a few of my other friends moved in. But it was crazy. It was like someone was holding a magnet, and all of these guys from around the UK, all different parts, that are now my best friends, and we all still fucking stay not far from each other now.
yeah,
But it was like a magnet just pulling us all in. It was like the Lost Boys or something. We were all just fucking there, and it was quality though, because every night we were riding till whenever we wanted to, and riding till 4 in the morning, drinking all the time, just partying. There was always something happening, so it
hell
was
yeah.
it was fucking unreal.
When did Alex enter the picture? Did he live
Um,
at Unit 23 or no?
Yeah, he did. He lived there for a bit. I think he moved in just as I was kind of moving out. Um, yeah, he moved in just as I was kind of moving out because I lived there for a fucking long time. But I
Eight
always,
years is a long
yeah,
time, dude. That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I always wanted. I always said to myself, as soon as I made any fucking money ever, I was like, I'm fucking buying a house and I'll throw every single penny into it. And I felt like I never had a place I could call home, you know. And then so yeah, I did that and just fucking threw it in a house. And then but yeah, anyway, I lived with when Alex moved in, I just started living at my girlfriend's mum and dad's house. So I moved in there for a bit and then
Nice. Got a
yeah,
bed.
and a shower. It was good.
And a shower. Fuck yeah, I did. You don't think about that. Like you're basically camping for 8 years. That's nut. And living
Yeah.
off of candy sounds insane. What's a memory that sticks out from those 8 years? Anything in
Uh
particular?
yeah, fucking killing rats. Like rats would run over us at night when we're sleeping there. So like literally trying to hit them with a shovel, and I'm like totally against like animal cruelty and stuff like that. These things were fucking
Yeah.
eating through your shoes and shit like that. It was wild to like just rats and just try to get them away with the shovels and stuff like that. What else? There's so many fucking try to think what else. Oh, one of my mates took a shit in the bowl. He was sleepwalking and he fucking like we had a party one night and we got CCTV and there was a shit in the bowl and no one knew who'd done it. And like someone's fucking done that and you know who's done it. I was like, oh, it must have been a fox that got in here and took a shit. So I cleaned it up thinking it was like an animal that had came in or a dog shit or something. But we watched the CCTV footage and it was my friend John coming in and he just takes a massive shit, goes to bed and just walks back and goes to bed. Like I was like, what the fuck? So that's quite a crazy one. Yeah, and then we were tattooing each other. We used to fight each other as well. We'd do Friday night fights
No
and
shit.
just fight each other. Yeah.
Fucking A, dude. Your
Yeah,
life is a movie, Chris. It's fucking
yeah,
nuts.
it's been some
So,
right.
tell me about the transition from that to buying a house. Like, how did you had to grow up kind of
Yeah.
fast, I guess, and get
Yeah.
your
I
shit
think
together.
yeah, pretty much, yeah. But yeah, after living there for so long, it was fucking as good as it was grim, you know. And I wanted to I wanted to get out and have a house and live a normal life.
Yeah,
But if I can, yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I've done that Kaleidoscope video, and that was like my first like big one. And I think Sony sponsored it, and it was through this new phone, Sony Xperia phone. But I made some money off that. But every single penny I made from the adverts from that shit, I threw that straight into the house and paid the deposit, whatever. But every single penny I had in my whole bank account, I fucking threw it into that.
hell yeah.
And but I didn't realize I didn't leave enough money to pay my tax bill, so I was fucked. I
Yeah.
was just stupid. But anyway, it worked out. But I remember I fucking bought the house and I moved in, but I didn't have a bed, I didn't have anything. I didn't have fucking anything in there. And
Just no
but I
money.
wanted
You got a house though.
fucking nothing in there. And I wanted to stay there anyway. So I just fucking slept on the floor. But my girlfriend's dad was like, you can't sleep in there. You don't have anything to sleep on. I was like, I don't fucking care. It's mine.
Yeah. It's
And
my
then
house, man.
yeah, yeah. So I ended up getting, I think it's like you call it Gumtree over here, and people just give shit away. So if you're throwing out like an old sofa, someone can come get it. So I
Nice.
ended up like picking up loads of shit like that for a
Yeah.
while, and
Fuck
then
yeah.
yeah, and then done that.
Smart move, dude. I
Yeah,
don't. Not everybody would be smart enough to put all their money in a house. Like they would just kind of throw it all away. Which I fucking did. I can relate to your tax issue. Like,
yeah, but it's easily done, especially like when you start making a lot of bets. Like, yeah, but that shit doesn't last forever, does it? So it's like you need to
yeah,
try and
do
be a bit
something
smart.
smart. Yeah, that's really smart, dude. When was this? When did you buy your first house? How old were you?
I was 24,
Good for
so
you, dude. That's fucking awesome.
and then I bought this one 3 years ago.
Hell
Uh,
yeah.
I'm in, but I like this one. This one's it's down by the coast as well, and then I've got the mountains and stuff just behind me. And the
Amazing.
Unit23 is only, I think it's 7 miles that way. So
Nice. Look how far you've come. Fucking
yeah, mate, yeah,
7 miles.
7 miles road. But
Amazing.
I'll never move away much further because it's my life is still there. All my friends are there. It's
Yeah.
like brothers.
Fuck yeah. like you keep saying your boys. Besides Alex, I think of him as your boy. But
Yeah.
who's your boys? Do I know him?
Yeah, you got Chaz Maley, you know Chaz Maley
Yeah,
probably. Yeah, and Connor Maley, obviously their dad, Chick Maley. Got Summertime, my mate Summertime. He works on a lot of my Red Bull projects as well.
sick. What does he
Helps out.
do on Red Bull?
And he's like a rigger, like ropes and
Oh
stuff like
yeah,
that.
cool.
So it's smart with that shit. So he does that, and then got my mate George. He builds all the stuff on my projects as well, all the wooden stuff. He builds all that. Which I think who else? Fucking, there's loads. Chaz Sands, uh, fucking
Bunch of Chazzes.
yeah. There's a whole fucking bunch of people like Geb. Fucking there's fucking loads, absolute loads. But
Dope.
and my mate Marcus as well. He's yeah. So it's fuck. Anyway, I could go on. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
Is this are you still with the same girl from?
Yeah. I got married last year. Yeah,
Hell
last
yeah! Congrats. That's fucking
year.
awesome,
Thank you.
dude.
Yeah,
So good.
crazy.
What a fucking life story you got, dude.
Fucking yeah, stoked, man.
um, I guess let's stick on Kaleidoscope because that was your kind of breakout video.
Yeah.
So how did that come about, and had like what came from it?
Yeah, that was like Red Bull. That was when I first got on Red Bull, pretty much. And I told them all I wanted to do was film videos anyway. That's all I was passionate about because I hated riding contests, and I felt like it was such a waste of money because people would send me to contests, but I just didn't like it. And I feel like you're having to snake people to even practice and shit like that. And it's just like
Yeah,
I ride my bike to have fun, and this is not fucking fun. So I was like, instead of wasting money on me going to places, I was like, could we just put that into like a film project or something? And then they came up with that idea and pitched it to me like a Kaleidoscope when you build your dream skate park and it'll be like moving ramps and stuff. So I was like, fucking hell, amazing. But I didn't realize how big of a project it was going to be.
yeah.
And it was quite a big fucking eye opener because when it came to filming, you were going on 3, 2, 1 in action, Kriss. So you had to go on like action. It's not like you're filming like
That's
fucking right
wild.
here.
Yeah.
Fucking wait. And I was like, fuck, stop fucking saying action. Just say go. Like, don't fucking count me in. So,
And
but
action.
yeah, so that was pretty big. I remember Danny McCaskill came along and he was saying to me, he's like, how do you find like the pressure like going on that like that? Because he's obviously does things like that. And
Yeah.
I was like, to be honest, like, I quite like it because you need to just fucking go. It makes you do something. But yeah, and I kind of took to it then. It was just cool to work with a crew that size and see what actually fucking goes into it.
Yeah.
Uh,
It was your first taste of like a proper production.
yeah,
That's fucking rad. Oh my
big one.
God, you did a double peg to flare. I'm like rewatching it. It's been years like since
Oh
I've seen
yeah,
this shit, dude.
yeah.
It's fucking, oh my God, this is great. You forget how good this shit was. Like, when did this come out? Like 2015,
Fucking 7 years ago or something, I think. Or no, is it longer? I don't know.
2014? Dude,
Yeah.
everybody should go rewatch Chris Kyle's Kaleidoscope. That's fucking, it's like I'm tripping on acid watching this part. It's so good.
I'd like to do another one. I'd love to
Fuck
do
yeah.
another.
What's your so I guess what comes after Kaleidoscope? It's your first taste of like a produced piece like this, and it's amazing that you get the chance to do that shit. Like what comes after it?
So yeah, that was wild. And then it ended up it was going on, and they worked with like a partner, Sony Xperia, the mobile phone. They came in and done a bunch of shit. But I was on like billboards all over the UK, big massive fucking billboards, and I was like, it was crazy, yeah.
It's
But
unreal.
it was cool. And then yeah, and then after that, I'm trying to think what I've done. I think I just went on a bunch of BSD trips after that and just got back into like core film, which is amazing. I love it. I love it. Yeah, and then fucking don't know what I've done after that. I don't know. I don't fucking know what I've done.
Any
But
other big? What's like? Because you just came out with the hot air balloon one, which is nuts. um, but like I'm trying to think in between. Is there any other big production things that you were part of?
done that Dubai one, the video in Dubai, a couple of years, 4 years ago. Done that one. And I think that's my biggest view eyes one anyway. That one I think done the best so far. But yeah, there was that one, which was fucking. That was probably the most fun I've ever had in my BMX. Like
Tell
getting
me
to ride
about
down.
it.
So I flew out there. It was so Visit Dubai partnered up with Red Bull UK, and they wanted to get an athlete out there to do an athlete project. And I was like, fucking hell, I'd love to. I could ride the flumes and do loads of shit. So anyway, we flew me out for a recce. We had a look around, and all the flumes and that were just amazing. I was like, what, I can fucking ride these? They're like, yeah, we'll turn the water off and you can just ride it. I was like, no, fucking wait, amazing. So couldn't wait to do that. And then they took me up onto the helipad on top of the Burj Al Arab Hotel.
Yeah.
And they were like, is there anything you could do up here? And I was like, jokingly, I was like, yeah, if you get me a helicopter, I'll fucking jump out of it. And, and they're like, okay, they noted it down. And then I flew home after that. And like 2 weeks later, I got an email saying it's been signed off. Yeah, you've got a helicopter. You're gonna be jumping out of it in November. And I was like, no fucking way. So you need to be careful what you say, because before you know it, they fucking sign it off. But that for me was another quite a big one. I had usually, we're street fucking riding, we get securities chasing us away, but
Right.
I actually had my own security. So we'd go to spots around the city and I'd have my own security in case anyone tried to kick us off. Like
Amazing.
it's all fucking legit. So yeah. And then the
That's so
helicopter.
crazy.
Yeah, man. It was a really good experience. And then I ended up staying out because it's through Visit Dubai. I ended up staying out for an extra week and I flew my missus out and proposed to her in the desert. So
Fuck yes, dude.
I tied that in, which is cool. Then we had a holiday for a week. So yeah.
Amazing. I'm watching it right now. What clip sticks out in your mind from this Dubai video?
The helicopter was horrible.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, that was like jumping into a tornado. It was like pulling the bike, and it was just like, and it wasn't even the first jump. You had to land and go in between the two poles and then fly off. But it was windy and it was just horrible, man. And yeah,
But you sent it. You did it.
yeah, stoked on it. But yeah, probably that, and then always the water park stuff because I had so much fun riding my bike on that
Yes,
stuff.
for
It's
real.
just good memories. But yeah, that's
It's another like I'm on acid thing. It's like, oh, what is this? This is another incredible fucking project, dude. It's crazy. It's
thanks,
crazy how
man.
far you've come,
Yeah, thank
man.
you. That's what I love doing is like thinking about these ideas or something like that, like this bloom one, thinking about shit that I'd love to see someone do, and then just
Yeah,
see if they let me do it. And
making it
then,
happen. Do you feel like you have to one up yourself every time, or no? Do you put that pressure
uh,
on yourself? Like, I gotta go something crazier.
kind of, yeah, but not really. I don't know. I call out a lot of shit half the time and stuff that you don't want, stuff that you wouldn't normally do, but you can do, and it's like you call it out because you could do it, but you just never do it. It's like I don't
Yeah.
know. There's shit on the streets when we've been away on BSD trips. I'm like, fuck, I know I could do that. I know I could fucking do that, but I'm never in a million years ever going to try and do it because it's fucking crazy. But but put pressure on, and then it's like, yeah, you called it out, so you need to fucking do it now. But
Action.
yeah, yeah,
You've been trained, dude.
yeah. So, but yeah, I always try to think what's next.
It's fucking amazing, man. I'm like all these videos. Like it's early in the morning right now, so I didn't do like research before doing this with you, and just rewatching these. Obviously saw them when they came out, but like fucking a, it's incredible. So let's talk about this balloon one that just came out because that's I think next level
No,
and viral shit. Yeah, how did what the fuck? Basically, what the fuck?
yeah. So yeah, this one was like I first thought about this one the start of like lockdown, when no one was going anywhere or that, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just use this time as like fuel and see what's no one done before. And like I was fucking pedaling up a hill behind my house, and there's like a massive river that flows down it. And I was thinking have you ever seen that video of Bob Burnquist skating that floating mini ramp in like a lake?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. I don't know why. And then I was like, fuck, looking at the sky, and I was like, shit, imagine like a floating skate park. That'd be fucking cool. And then originally thought I was like, oh, it probably need to be like a Chinook helicopter that can lift it because they can lift like tanks and stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
was like, that could work. But then I thought after I jumped out of the helicopter in Dubai, it was too windy. It was like fucking tornado. So I was like, you couldn't ride it. And then I thought, oh fuck, hot air balloon could work because they don't fly in wind really.
For
So
real.
yeah, so I got to the top of the hill, put it in my notes on my phone, rode down the hill, sketched up some shitty little stick men drawings, sent it to my Red Bull manager. He was like, fucking hell, this is sick. Like, let's fucking see how far we can take it. Didn't hear anything for like 6 months. And then he called me. He's like, "How serious are you about doing this? Because I'm out in Austria and everyone here wants to see you do it." And I was like, "I'd fucking yeah, mate, fucking get me a hot air balloon. Let's go and do it." But originally I wanted to do a behind the scenes of my learning how to skydive, and I wanted to jump outside of it and fucking pull the shit.
Oh shit.
But they were saying that it would take at least 6 months to get your license, but you need so many hundred jumps. I can't remember how fucking many it is. It's a lot. And also the height that I was at, you need to be like a pro skydiver or base jumper because I was just above 2,000 feet. So you need to know your shit, and
Yeah.
I clearly don't. So it's a bit of a shame. And then I didn't want to ride it either with a parachute on because I was like, people are going to think I'm going to jump out the side of it and be gutted when I don't. So I was like, I can't ride with that on. But they were like, you cannot get in there without it on. If you fall over the side, you're going to die. And I was like, I'm not going to fall over the side. I was like, I know more. But yeah. So anyway, I had to ride with that on. But a lot of people don't know, but that thing weighed like 15% of my own body weight. It was fucking heavy, man. It was
Damn.
real heavy. And it was all
The
just
the parachute.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And all the weight was just on your back. So when you're doing like flares and try to do anything, it's just fucking horrible,
Different.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the bowl also fucking swung. You can't really see it that much, but it's moving. So it's almost like riding drunk. Like just
Just everything's a little off. Just
yeah.
moving and the weight being back is like, ooh.
I'll go back to the yeah. So anyway, we done it got signed off and we got the green light. So I sat down with George Eccleston, the guy that designs all my shit really that I want to do. And instead of doing like a normal boring bowl, I was like, why don't we do curveball ride and like a channel gap and a hip and then like a tombstone? So crammed so much stuff into it. The trannies were really tight as well, a lot tighter than like normal trannies. And the bowl was only 5 feet deep. But I feel like we crammed as much in as what we could and made it as best as we could have. I don't think we could have made it any better. But yeah, so we built one out of wood, but that ended up weighing 6.5 tons, so fucking heavy.
Yeah.
So we couldn't actually fly that. You can't float that up there that easy. So then oh shit, sorry,
How do you weigh a skate park? What kind of scale can you put that shit on? That's like, how do you know it weighs 6.5 tons?
Yeah, sorry, the dog's going crazy at the door. The guy
It's all
at the
good.
door. Fuck. But yeah, hopefully he just leaves that out there. But yeah, so then yeah, so back to it. It was 6.5 tons, so it was real heavy. Then we went to Red Bull Racing because they design the Formula One cars and they're the best at what they do, and it was all carbon fiber they work with, and they were like, yeah, I reckon that we could actually
Make a
we could
skate park.
yeah, yeah. So they took on the challenge and they smashed the shit out of it. It was I think they had it done like I can't remember what the turnaround time was, but it was real quick. They had it turned around real quick, and the full thing was made out of carbon. I couldn't believe it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, mate. Honestly, it was the weirdest thing to ride though. So I went down to see it at Red Bull Racing in Milton Keynes, and it was all built up. And I got in it, but it felt like a trampoline. The base of it was so because it's so thin. It's like that thin, tiny,
Yeah.
and it looks like you just put a peg through it or something. So I was like, shit, this looks fucking gnarly, as if it could just smash and I could fall out the bottom. But
Yeah.
yeah, but I got in and I had a walk around it. It felt like a trampoline. It was flexing. I got my bike and I had to roll around on it, and it rolled like faster than concrete and faster than wood. It was so fucking weird, honestly.
That is weird.
Yeah, but it was
I've never ridden on carbon fiber before. Like,
oh, yeah, yeah, it's weird. I think there's a reason why. But yeah, so yeah, and that weighed 2.7 tons, so they shaved the shitload off it. And from there, we also built a hot air balloon that was, I think it's the biggest in the UK. It stands at 43 meters high.
wow.
Yeah, so we had to get something that big to fucking lift the bowl.
Yeah.
And then from there, we wanted to do this project in the UK as well because I don't know, I just like to be fucking UK landscape. And but the weather shit over here is a lot of you'll know. And
Yeah.
so you're waiting around for this wind speed that comes around once a year. And it usually comes around in winter time. And I can't remember what it is. It's like not point, not fucking in one direction, fuck knows. But so I was on standby for a full year. I couldn't go on any trips, couldn't go on any BSD trips, couldn't do anything, couldn't even go on holiday with the missus because I'd only know sometimes 24 hours before if we were,
Wow, dude.
yeah, if
That's
we were flying,
crazy.
if we were flying the next day. So yeah, a lot of waiting around. Ended up almost like hating it at one point because I was like, this is fucking never gonna happen.
Yeah,
And
it's just keeping you locked in your house, basically.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
fuck, this is shit. So yeah, but yeah, on the 9th of December, it came around and I couldn't believe it. We were going down there, but we'd never even tested it. We've never even, no one's ever done that before. So it's like, is it gonna fall from there? Is it gonna, what the fuck's gonna happen?
For real.
Yeah, and like also, is it gonna move? Is it gonna swing loads more up there, or is it gonna be solid? Like no one knew. So, and also how we're gonna land it. We knew roughly an idea of how we'd land it, but we didn't know if it was gonna dig in and just flip and kill us all. So
Fuck,
it
dude.
was like it was
There's a lot that goes into this, dude. That's
a
nuts.
shitload, yeah. And like
Yeah.
working with a pilot, and we had two helicopters filming it. Like it was fucking. And if you fuck it up, if you mess a trick up, the helicopters need to reset from around there, so it takes like a minute to come round.
Wow.
Then I only had 35 minutes up there to do everything that I wanted to do as well. So there was a lot of pressure on, and it was also -7. It was fucking freezing.
I believe it. You're in the fucking sky, dude.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, there's a lot
how,
of.
how did it feel when you got the call? Like, all right, tomorrow's the day.
I didn't believe it because it was like the amount of times I flew down or drove down, and I got there and we started blowing the balloon up, and the pilot's like, "Nah, too windy," and I'm like, "It's not. There's no wind. Like, let's just do it." And yeah, so I didn't really. I was all right until we were actually hooked up and fuck, we were going, and it went quick. It took off and it fucking went quick. So
where are you when you take off? You're in the basket or are you in the skate park?
I'm in the basket.
Okay.
Had to like abseil down, and then I had to at the end clip on and then get zip wired back up into it. But
It's so nuts, dude.
it was cool and like definitely it was one of those ones where I was fucking just looked around for a minute when I was up there, and this is fucking like crazy. Like through riding that bike, you get to do shit like this that I would never have thought in a million years from being a kid I'd be able to fucking get these
It's
opportunities. So it's just
shit straight out of a dream. It's crazy.
honestly, and it just seems to fucking keep fucking coming. Long may it continue.
Oh man, so trippy, dude.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, fuck. So you're into skydiving? This is just rewatching it is like, okay, word. This is insane. Uh, what? I mean, action. What's the scariest part of that? Doing trick wise?
Probably the ice pick because I was worried that I was gonna because you can't see it, but it's moving a lot. Even my drone pilot, he was like, he's fucking so good at that shit, and he was like, I don't know how you're riding that because he's like, I can't even fly between the back rail. He's like, it's moving up and down so fucking much.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm telling you, it's the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, and I don't think there'll be anything harder than that. I swear to God, honestly, it's the hardest fucking thing I've ever rode in my life. But
Fucking amazing.
you'd push into it and it would just go away from you, and then you'd case the other side or something. It's a fucking nightmare. But and you can't train for that because you can't just hang a bowl for a full day somewhere. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
you can't do that. But yeah, anyway, the ice pick was scary because I was more worried that I'd have missed my back peg and went under the railing and then flew and then fell under it. But
Dude, I'm looking at the ice pick again right now, and it's just like the
yeah,
adrenaline that you must have going on right there is like
had to
insane.
do it. Had to do it twice as well because
Why? What?
fuck the film. So I had to do it twice. So, yeah. But,
Action and action again. Do the scary life threatening life whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's just autopilot. You just need to just fucking just go.
Yeah,
Just do it.
what goes through your brain before like getting into something like that? Because this is different than, like filming a video part where you're at the
Yeah,
spot, you got your homies, and this
yeah,
is like action. You're an
yeah,
action star basically at this point,
yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it's like a movie or something. But yeah, I guess it's just I visualize all this shit over and over and over and over and over and over in my head, like throughout any project. I can visualize exactly how it's all going to work, and every single trick I call out, and I just 9 times out of 10 it goes and it feels exactly the way it should. But yeah, I do have my friends there. I'm lucky enough to work alongside a lot of them that do shit, like build stuff for me, or we're in the basket and they're like, fucking do it, okay. And then yeah, so yeah, man. But and I remember doing the front flip, the fakie front flip. But even the hardest part about that was just going backwards because it was like riding along like a waterbed or something like that. It was so fucking nervy, yeah. So you had to
Yeah.
180. It was like, whoa, where am I? And it's like, fuck it, just go.
Fuck it.
Yeah. And then I remember like I landed up, so thank God. But my mate George, he was up in the basket. He said, fuck yeah. I just go crazy. I was like, yes, man. Like, so, but yeah, it
Was it
was
loud? Was it quiet? What was it like when you're in there? Like, a hot air balloon is quiet, but you got helicopters all around you and you're in the sky. Like, what is it? Tell me about all the senses.
It was so we could even the fuel, our flight time was like wasn't very long. It was like 40 minutes, but the fuel we had to bring up there and the burners are so fucking loud. But we could only carry so much fuel because if not it'd be overweighted. But I remember the first time trying to we done like we flew it in a warehouse for one of the first times, but just to lift it off the floor and see if it would handle the weight. And everyone's heads in the basket, we had to wear helmets and hats because it was burning the tops of our heads. The heat, the amount of heat, like fucking it would take to fill that thing. But the burners are so loud and the flames are just above your head, so it's fucking pretty gnarly when
Yeah.
you look. So you just hear the noise of that every couple of fucking seconds or whatever, and then but apart from that, it's dead quiet. Can't really hear anything until there's two helicopters fucking flying around and going.
Yeah, so
But,
trippy, dude.
yeah, so
There's so
cool.
much going on. The coordination of everything. Like,
Yeah,
who's the project manager? Like, who? And shout out to whoever it is, because I
yeah.
mean, you came up with the
It,
idea, but who brought it to reality?
It just depends. There's a whole bunch of us that work on it, and we're all like, it's like fucking. It's the same group of boys that I always work with throughout this stuff, and it's like my manager, Matt Bull, that works at Red Bull. Get Jim Holmes as well. He's up there as well as like project manager. Matty as well. He's director. He directs the whole thing. Matty Lambert.
Yeah,
And yeah, and we can all just kind of pitch in and know. We all know what the crack is really like for a bunch of guys that just end up having fun and messing around. We somehow managed to make videos that are like this one. So, but yeah, there's a big team. That one was a big team. Just sort of it grew arms and legs, but it was fucking cool. It was
yeah.
like a
The logistics like seems insane to get something like that done.
that's what I like about these projects. It's like people see it, it's just me riding my bike and the bowl and stuff, but fucking behind it, there's so many bits of the puzzle that come into it, and those boys are legends. Without them, fucking none of it would be possible, and they've got the hardest
Yeah,
job. Like,
fucking
so
awesome, dude.
yeah, man.
What's Maddie's background? Did he started in BMX? No,
Yeah, he was doing like non-stop vids back in the day and stuff like that.
and then he
Yeah,
gets to come
that's like
along with Chris Kyle and shoot hot air balloons in the sky.
that's the thing. We always chat about stuff as well because he does a bunch of stuff for like he shoots a lot of footballers and like UFC fighters and stuff now as well on the side, and
Good for
um,
him.
loads of stuff. But yeah, our passion is doing these ones, and we can't wait to do the next ones each time, and that's what we fucking want to do. But yeah, you need someone as well in these things that you can trust, like a filmer that you can trust that's not gonna
Yep.
up. Or if you're scared to do it, he's like, listen, you can fucking do this. Like, let's go or try it, keep trying it, keep trying it. You know, you've got it nearly there. Like
Yeah, the
someone,
BMX filmer background. That's fire.
yeah,
Love that.
literally. And I feel like me and Matty, we got along worked with him for so long now, but we were on the same schedule. We were always up super early in the morning, like 6 a.m., coffee, straight out on the bikes, done riding for like 10 a.m. sometimes, and then just like you're just like someone that's on the same kind of wavelength as you. And he's just top boy, he's quality says.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
So when did the wake up at 5:30 or 6 start? Like when did you, because like you were a party guy at Unit
Yeah,
23. Like when did you kind of straighten up and
I think
get on a routine and schedule?
when I moved into my girlfriend's house,
Yeah.
because everyone had to get up and go to work, and I didn't
Yeah.
have a job. Her dad wouldn't let me stay and sleep in the house, so it was like 7 a.m. You're fucking out of there, and you're on the train going to unit. So
Word.
I got used to that because I'd come in and I'd just ride, and I'd ride till 12 o'clock. So I'd ride for like 5 or 6 hours or something like that. I don't know, and like 5 hours, and then my day would be done. I'd be done for like midday, and I'd be like, "Fuck, what do I do now?" Like, just I don't know.
That's a good
So
feeling.
yeah, and I'm still the same. I'd rather get up, get out and smash it. And sometimes I'm back here for like midday, and then I can just do whatever I want. But a lot of the time, it consists of, I don't know, either BMX or mountain bike, or taking the dogs out for like a massive hill walk or something like that. It's just
It's
like
fucking rad, dude.
you can just fit so much more in. Like I don't know, and I think, yeah, I feel like you can waste. I wasted a lot of my time. Well, I didn't waste a lot of my time, but I feel like sometimes in the unit, I remember I would go to sleep when it was dark. So I'd ride till like 3 in the morning, go to sleep when it was dark. I wouldn't wake up until like 3 p.m. the next day, but it gets dark at 4 o'clock in Scotland. So by the time I got my shit together, walked
It's
to the
dark again.
dark again. So, and that went on for like a week. I'd done that for like a week. And then I started to like not even feel well, like mentally doing that shit. Like it's not good for you. It's just
Yeah.
like living in darkness. And like even my skin was dead grey because it never seen daylight. I
Yeah.
felt like fucking dying. But
That's real, dude.
probably was. But yeah, so after like that, I kind of
Just eating candy in the dark and riding.
yeah, it's not good for me. But yeah, so I feel like I've definitely shaved a few years off my life. But it's been good, so I wouldn't change it. So
Fuck
fuck it.
yeah. I trade a couple of years to be in your shoes, man. That's fucking amazing. Uh, I want to know how did Red Bull come around? Like, how did you, like you said, you mentioned earlier you got BSD and Nike were your first
Yeah,
sponsors. What, tell me, I guess, guide me, roll me through the sponsor journey. How did
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, it was Red Bull one came about. I was riding the Nike pool contest. Remember that one? It was in the U.
Yeah, that shit was sick, dude.
That was
Yeah.
one of the coolest contests ever. That, but I was riding that, and the athlete manager from Red Bull at the time went and spoke to my manager Grant at BSD and was like, "Look, fucking, who's this kid? Like, fucking, like what he's doing. Potentially looking at fucking maybe try to get him on Red Bull if he's keen on it." And
If he's
yeah,
keen on it, were you keen on it?
fucking right I was. Yeah, and then yeah, so then after that, they like we got talking, and they didn't sign me right away. But they helped me travel for like a year. So they flew me to Woodward and stuff like that, and
Hell yeah.
amazing. And all they asked was a drink of can of Red Bull and like any video that I posted or was in. And I was like, that's fucking easy. So they treated me really good with that, helped me out so much. And then I remember, I think it was my 19th birthday. I was riding the Red Bull Metro pipe. Do you remember that contest? It was in a metro station, and it was like, I think it was like Sergio Lace's thing, in Madrid.
Red Bull
Uh,
Nitro Pipe.
yeah, that's where I got my helmet. So which
Ah,
was
shit, that's official.
yeah, so I got my helmet, but it was also on my 19th birthday that I got my helmet. So it was, and I came third at the contest. So I was like, this is the fucking best thing ever because I'm usually really shit at contests anyway, like I said, but it was just the best day ever. I couldn't believe that I had a fucking Red Bull helmet and Red Bull hats after that. I was like, this is fucking happening. Like, holy fuck. Like,
It's amazing.
so it was honestly, I'll never forget it. They got me a cake and all that stuff as well and threw it in my face and
Sick.
that. Honestly, man, it was unbelievable. And then the journey started from there. And then I forgot to say earlier on as well, after Kaleidoscope, they done my own Red Bull can. So I had my face on a Red Bull can, which is fucking crazy as well.
For
Like, and
real.
yeah, honestly, yeah. Which was fucking crazy. Never thought that would happen. But
I
yeah,
bet you never thought a lot of this shit would happen.
all of it. It's fucking insane.
um, that's and Murray Laubser was telling me about his journey with Red Bull as well, and it was like the basically you're a homie for a year, and then you make it if you make it, which is like a big deal. So I'm so happy that there's energy drink sponsors and like Red Bull and Monster and whatever else that are like paying the bills for some of the pro riders. Like
Yeah,
it's not too many pro riders that get to actually like make a good living from BMX, which is fucking amazing.
yeah, for sure.
But
It's freaking
speaking of
hard.
making a living, there's also mountain bike. What's going on? How did you start getting into it? Like you were just a BMX kid. What was your first taste of mountain biking?
So the first taste of it was when like I go back to again when I lived with my girlfriend's parents. I would use a bike instead of getting the train. I just had like a hardtail piece of shit, but I would go over the hills from the unit to go to her house because it was fun. And then I'd stay there and I'd cycle that way every morning to the unit. And you're just hitting off like little routes and just riding down trails. But I was so sketchy on it. It was a hardtail. Shouldn't have been up there on it. But yeah, and I was like, this is actually fun as fuck. And then YT, they hooked me up with like my first proper mountain bike, and just to see how it would go, and I really enjoyed it. And it was honestly like a breath of fresh air almost. It's just like BMX, I fucking love it, and I'll never stop it, you know. But it was, I feel like if I do that every single day, I just
Yeah.
fucking I'll get bored of it. And so yeah, I needed that, and it was almost like learning it all over again. It's just like even trying to do like 360s and shit and bar spins, like it's like going back to being a fucking kid again and try to learn all
Yeah.
that shit. So for me, it was quality. And now as well, like instead of riding the street and getting chased away by security, you're up in the hills. I've got my dogs with me, and I'm not waiting for traffic till I can hit a spot. I can fucking ride up a tree or hit a jump, and there's no one telling me fucking get down from there or you
Yeah,
can't
you
do.
can't be here. There's a bear that comes, the
Yeah,
security bear. Hey, get off my tree.
yeah, honestly, yeah, security there. But yeah, man. So then yeah, and then from that, I guess I've just been riding quite a lot, and then I done that mountain bike video. I think it's just came up on 2 years now, the out of season one,
Yep.
and that like my first kind of big one. Uh, well, my biggest one so far actually. But yeah, so and that was cool because Red Bull trusted me on that one as well. It's like I don't know because I hadn't really done anything properly before that. A little bits here and there, but nothing is on a scale like that. And I was like, "Fuck! Like, how is this?" I called out a bunch of shit in the woods. I remember walking around the woods. I was like, "Yeah, fucking, I'll jump off that roof. I'll flip from this tree. If you build me a curve wall in the trees, I'll do that and all this stuff." And then when it came to it, I was like, "Oh shit! Like, what happens if?" Because at that point I hadn't even like flipped my mountain bike or tail whipped it or anything. So I was like, shit, this is hard. But
Gotta learn a bunch of shit.
yeah, but it all worked out. Everything I called out worked out, thank God. So I broke my ribs though, actually, on that first roof drop.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you about that fall.
Yeah, I broke my ribs on that.
Damn.
I didn't realize it though. Well, I knew I'd hurt myself, but you know, you're just fucking like adrenaline. You're just like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
So straight
Get
back
up and
up
do it. Yeah.
and it again. But it wasn't till the next day I had like one more trick to do, and then that was fucking that was me done. And I fell just jumping the hip and landed on my back, but I fucking couldn't even get up. And usually you can get up, can't you? And I was like, ah, fuck. I was like, just give me 5 minutes and I'll be fine and we'll go again. But they were like, nah, you're fucked. Like, gonna take you to hospital because if you puncture a lung, we were so far away as well. We were in Wales, and it was a tiny village, and it was just yeah, fuck. So yeah, but anyway,
I'm so curious about like the order of operations for a video like this for this out of season shit because it from what I'm hearing is like you did the roof drop kind of last like the so you plan it all out and then make it look like it's one run
yeah, yeah.
but
Usually,
you just chip away at it, you know, piece by piece.
pretty much like I'll start. I like to start with something cool. So I started it with the floating curve wall ride up in the trees. So I started with that. That was the first thing I'd done.
Hell
But
yeah.
I like to start with that to get something going, and then I'll have set days. I'll set like aside 2 or 3 things what I want to do,
Yeah.
and then try and tick them off. And then and if I know I'm going to get hurt on something, I'll save it till the end. If it's something big and scary, I'm like, ah, fuck. There's no point. At
Yeah.
least
That's
at least
smart.
at least if I crash, you've got a video out of it, and
Yeah.
so it's not a waste.
What
But
was it
yeah.
like working with damn Isa Bakos was shooting the photos on that project. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Bringing the homies with you.
yeah, he was on my Bloom project as well, and a few others he's been on. So
Fuck yeah, good for him.
uh,
What was like the drone footage in that video is kind of absolutely insane. The like the FPV shit. I was just talking with I don't know if you know Frank and Lufa, but I was talking with them last night about FPV drones and like the craziest shit to me is that they can fly them straight up and then go down and then the one is like on your tire towards the end of this video.
yeah,
Like, what's it like filming with the FPV drone chasing you?
pretty crazy. Because you can just hear it, and sometimes it gets fucking it's hit you before, and it's like yeah. But the guy Andrew Lawrence, his name is he is we call him Drone Lord because he's so fucking good. Like he just yeah, he's incredible. There's no one else like him, and he's booked out all year round. He does like all F1 stuff. He does Dark Fest. He does like fucking he does everything. He does David Attenborough. He shits
Fuck
everything.
yeah, that's
Like
incredible.
he's quality. He's one of the boys as well. But yeah, there's no one else I'd trust. He can get so close to you with it, and he'll never really hit you. You know, so it's
Like
yeah.
he
He
is on your shit. It is like remarkably close. Like insane.
must be like fucking that far away from it.
For
So
real. And he's sitting off to the side with goggles on doing the shit.
yeah, honestly, just he sits in a little chair and just like that.
Yeah, dude.
He just fucking slapped me with a fucking or a bucket of fucking icy water. Imagine that.
Have you ever threw the goggles on and flew one of those?
Tried.
Tried.
Freaks me out. I tried to fly it in the house when we were down there, but I'm so shit at it. And it's like the tiniest movement, and it just goes smash
Yeah.
stuff.
It's like a really small thing in a camp. Like, did they put a GoPro on it or like a custom? Because at his level, it's got to be custom and super light, and
he builds his own.
that's fucking rad, dude. I like that. I want to. I was saying last night I want to get into that, and yeah, it's a whole nother. We were talking. It's like a whole nother life, you know, like practice all that shit.
Such a niche for it as well. Like there's not over here. Well, there's a lot now, but I think Andy just lockdown was just practicing the whole time, just creating like a little course in his garden and flying through hoops and shit, and then
It's so sick.
Oh no, but it's paid off. He's fucking killing it.
It's amazing. There's like a program you can download on your computer and connect to your drone controller and like do it as a video game basically, but like it's realistic simulator training type shit. And I'm like,
That's cool.
I could do that.
Yeah.
Do you know what's coming up next for you?
Yeah.
You know the project, but you won't say it probably?
No, I can say it.
Oh, sick.
I can say it. It's yeah. So I've got my BSD video that'll be dropping next anyway, and then going to go on some BSD trips as well.
Fuck yeah.
We're going to film like a concrete park video as well. Go to Malaga and hit all the concrete skate parks. That's really soon. But yeah, but so that'll be video wise anyway. And then also I've got I think it'll be the biggest mountain bike one I've ever done. And that's out in Switzerland. So I flew out there last year on like a recce and went to like, it's cool as fuck though. I went to like, it's a beautiful place, and you can see
what's a recce? Recreation?
So you fly out and you just go and look at shit and say, I could do this, and then people will try and get permissions to let you do it. So anyway, so I flew out there and the place is incredible. I'm riding through like vineyards and stuff like that, so we're going to build some like cool trails. There's these woods that are really cool. There's like trees that have fallen down and really cool shit that I want to do. And there's like these massive, I'm going to build this fucking crazy massive carboroid thing. I'm going to do that. And there's like an open loop between two buildings and stuff that I want to do. Anyway, you'll see it anyway. But so that's on the mountain bike, but it's cool because it's partnered up with Prada as well. So
no shit. Cool.
It's Red Bull and Prada. So I was in Milan like 2 weeks ago, flew out to Prada headquarters. That was another fucking crazy story. But they've designed my mountain bike kit. So they've designed my whole kit, Prada kit. It's fucking insane.
Damn,
man.
Next level.
Yeah, it's cool. Like it's cool. Just to get some like yeah.
You're a model who rides.
Nah. What's that?
Have you done modeling? I feel like you've done modeling.
Yeah, a little bit of, random stuff here and there. But
yeah.
Cool, but yeah, I don't know. I prefer just to fucking ride.
It's part of the game though, like just watching what like Nigel's done with his life and BMX and being a model, or like just everything is so rad. And you're kind of like one of the only other BMX people who's at that level, I think, honestly, that I can think of. Like fucking Prada, dude. Let's go.
I mean, honestly, I couldn't believe it, mate. When I got the email, I was like, nah, no way. And then yeah, sure enough, I'm fucking flying out there to the headquarters, meeting everyone.
That's amazing.
It was like, yeah, so that's happening, filming that one in September. So waiting to do that, but it's all been signed off and shit. So that'll be cool. That's like, and that'll be bigger than the out of season one, because I've got my build crew with me and stuff like that as well again. But yeah, there's some ruthless stuff in that. But it'll be cool if I do it all.
How do you like? I mean, just thinking about it, if I knew that in September I have to do some crazy shit, like just on action, like that would just eat away at me all year. Like what?
Yeah.
What's it like?
It's all right. You just say you'll do it and just fucking crack on throughout the year, and then I'm excited about it because it's fucking pushing it in again, and it's like you don't usually ride like that, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be be gnarly. Right, that's enough.
What's up, Labradors?
Dogs are going fucking crazy, but yeah.
Training dogs is something that I've been following people on Instagram who like are professional dog trainers, and I'm just like, wow, that's incredible. Are you do you got your Labradors trained? Did you put some time into that or not?
Oh yeah, definitely on the bike and stuff like that. Because a lot of people watch videos where I'm either if I'm at the skate park or we're in like a reservoir or fucking or in the trails. It's like everyone's like, you must have hit your dogs, you must have hit your dogs. But the truth is, no. Like I've hit Alice once on the mountain bike. She had a GoPro on her back, and the GoPro got caught in the wheel, but she was fine. The harness just came off, and she was sound. But yeah, but what I've done when they were really young, I just done like wheelies around the garden and showed them the bike and stuff like that, and they
Got
got
them
them to
used to
follow
it.
me. Yeah, and then I go to like I don't know, like a field, and just let them come along beside me and just follow me, and they're pretty smart. Their reflexes are incredible, so they are. So
Yeah.
even if you fucking try and flare something and you jump off a bike, like they just move fucking right out of the way. They always
Hell
follow you.
yeah. Bike dogs. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
they are, and they're life changing as well. Fucking incredible.
Um, what about like we touched on it a little bit earlier, like talking about routine, and I'm curious about like fitness, working out, diet. What is you're a professional athlete? Like what's your shit
Yeah,
look like?
it's fucking. It's probably not. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty. I think it's normal, but I don't know. Like, yeah, I try and eat healthy during the week, but then at the weekend and that I can eat whatever I want really. And
Yeah.
and to be honest, fuck it, I'll just if it is during the week and I've had a big day, I'll just eat whatever really. But yeah, I try and eat pretty good, and then yeah, and I don't go to the gym. I hate that. Like, because I used to go with Alex actually. Alex is mad into the gym. Alex Donicky.
Yeah.
I used to go with him, but I fucking hated it. And he's in there loving it, but I was like, this is so shit. I was like,
This is stupid.
yeah,
What am
and
I
I'm like,
doing?
yeah, fuck that. I was in there for so long, just wasting time. It felt like I was like, I don't really want to be fucking doing this. I was like, this is just piece of shit.
Just picking stuff up. This is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah, walking around doing that. So, but I like running, and
Nice.
because I go running, I can just listen to music, and that's half the time where I think about stuff, tricks, and shit that I want to do.
Yep.
Just think about stuff like just find your pace, sit at it, and just fucking zone out. So I like doing that, and I've got a watt bike now and a rowing machine. You do a little bit of that, but apart from that, like that's it. I'm not mad on fucking. I lifted a little bit of weights through lockdown, but not for me, man. I like I don't, and I feel like time on the bike is way more important than anything. I don't think
Yeah,
you need to be breaking your back in the gym for
for
fucking
real. I
yeah.
agree. Especially for the shit you're doing. Just ride your mountain bike and your BMX bike, and I think that's enough. And running
Yeah,
is amazing too. Like that runner's high that you get and clear your head, and it's like a reset type shit.
yeah, it's fucking yeah, it's amazing. I've been into that for a while now, but yeah, fucking love it.
What's been your like gnarliest injury? Because I don't know. I can't remember you being too hurt for.
I've been so lucky. Touch wood, fucking
Yeah.
like being so lucky. Fucking what have I done? I broke my thumb, broke my ribs, broke my big toe, and done ligaments in both ankles, done cartilage in my knee, and that's it. I think.
That's fucking incredible for how long
Yeah,
you've been going and pushing it.
yeah, yeah. I've been riding for like 21 years now. So
Yeah, it's so wild, dude.
yeah,
It's
man.
I'm really tripping out on like I am just having flashbacks to meeting you in Arizona, and then where you're at now is so awesome to see, dude. I'm so stoked slash
Arizona.
proud.
No, thanks, man. Arizona was fucking one of the best trips ever. Like, remember that house we had the swimming pool and I'd jump off the roof into the pool
Yep,
and
so
fucking
good.
honestly, that was the best trip. Getting blackout every night and that, and then just riding the next day. It was amazing.
To be young and be able to, I was just thinking about like the partying that I did on Sabrosa trips, and then wake up the next morning and go film and ride, and it's just like, dude,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
couldn't pay me to do that shit right now. Like,
yeah. No, God, no. Like sleeping on floors and that, just fucking yeah.
yeah,
But it
I'm
was part. part of it.
Sober, taking a Epsom salt bath at 9 o'clock and going to sleep at 9:30. Then I'm up, then I can get up and go around. Like if I did a BMX trip, we stay at a hotel, I'm bringing some salt to soak in,
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's a trip.
Yeah.
All right. I have podcast questions that I ask. Let's see. What's your proudest clip of all time?
Fuck, that's a tough one.
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about the crash off the roof too. We'll get there. But think of throughout your career what you're most proud of. Like what did you have to push yourself to do? I guess that could be a separate question, but
it's like 2 clips from my transmission part, BSD transmission part, and it's I've never flown back then. I'd never flown to a place to knowing that you want to do a trick there, and it was a curve wall ride to flare that I done, and I remember flying there knowing that that's what I was fucking flying there to do, that and the fakey fronty on that quarter. Remember that one that
I know exactly what you're talking about. Brick kind of quarter. Yeah,
it's like a fucking, it's mad famous quarter, but
not brick, but what's that? Cobblestone.
Yeah, it's just like, kind of like that. It was weird, but yeah, I flew there knowing that I wanted to do the flare at the wall, or curve wall barrel, whatever the hell you want to call it, and then I wanted to do the fakey front flip, and I was like, if I do either one of them, I'm definitely gonna try the other one or do whatever. And I think I'd done the wall ride flare the day before, and then we went to that spot, and I was so fucking scared to do it. I don't know why. Well, I don't know why, because it was scary. I remember Dave Sowerby was like, look, we're only here once. You're not going to get another chance to fucking do this. There's not another spot in the world that I can think of that would be as good as that one for it. And I was like, fuck. It took me so long to try it, but then tried it and it worked. And I was so fucking stoked, man. But those 2 for me are probably, like the most kind of like core proudest that I am, I'd say, of those. Stoked on those ones.
Fuck yeah. Is there a point, because like you just said, like fuck, like you have to hype yourself up to do something. When do you just walk away from something? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if I can't visualize it, I'll never fucking try it. Like, I need to be able to visualize it, and if you can't, that's when you get hurt. That's when you should not be doing it, because if you can't see it in your head, don't even bother trying it, because it's not gonna.
Yeah,
probably not gonna work. So yeah, I just try and visualize it, and then be like, fucking, you got it. Just go for it. But sometimes you go blank and you overthink it. But if you just go, it will work. So
yeah, it's kind of trippy how that shit works. Like you visualizing it, or hashtag manifesting it. Like just the process of, like, you can't think about the things that could go wrong. You have to stay focused on like it working and like going through it,
Yeah, because I even visualize. I go as far as like visualizing high-fiving the lads at the end, and
nice,
even, like go that far of it. And yeah, 9 times out of 10 it works like that.
Yeah, like the ice pick on the hot air balloon. You can't think about falling to your death. Yeah, you just have to focus on doing the ice pick.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, just focus on fucking what you're doing. A second.
So let's go back to the off-season roof drop-in.
Yeah.
Shit eating session. Tell me about that day.
That was fucking. We filmed it in winter, so it was always raining and just shitty anyway. But that was scary because, as I say, I was on the mountain bike and I wasn't used to trying to, like, it doesn't turn as easy as BMX, and I feel like I just went with BMX eyes on. I was like, yeah, fucking do that, no problem. But as soon as I took off, I was like, holy shit! Like I nearly missed. Like I nearly missed it with the front wheel, and I would have fucking died, because I wouldn't have been able to jump off. I'd have just froze. When you just fucking freeze, you're gonna eat shit, but you can't even get off.
Yeah.
But yeah, somehow just caught the front wheel. Then it went into like a fucking pedal grind.
Yeah.
It just like bucked me off, but I fell quite far, and you can't see it in that. Well, you might be able to see it. There's a tree stump that I just missed with my back. So if I'd hit a tree stump, I'd have really.
Yeah.
So yeah. So aye, and then and I think I might have like nearly separated my shoulder as well, because when I went to the hospital after, the next day, they're like, you've got air in your shoulder, as if it came out, went back in, but I didn't feel like it did. I think I'd have known if it did.
Yeah.
But But yeah, anyway, so I was like, got myself back up and I was like, wow, like I nearly died there. I was like, shit, just go slower, go fucking slower. So I did, but I nearly done it again. I couldn't fucking believe it. I nearly killed myself. Flew off, fucking whacked my nuts. And then but I was like, fucking, I'll go even slower this time. So I went up, done it again on the third try. But I nearly fucking done it again on the third try. It's wheels are like that far from it.
Yeah.
And but I fucking landed it. And then I just skipped the corner. I was like, oh my God. I was like, the fucking relief. I've never done that ever again. I was like, fucking, yeah, never again.
Sketchy, like not that wide of a landing to drop into.
Yeah. And you couldn't see it. The roof was like a little bit of a fucking run, like takeoff almost. So it was just, you couldn't see.
Blind.
Yeah. And it was into the valley. So it looked as if you were going into like off a cliff. It was like,
That's scary.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. So,
all right. So we talked about Proudest clip. We talked about that crash. What about like riders that I don't know about that I should know about?
um, fuck. I don't know. I really don't fucking know. But there's I don't know, there's so
Who's your
many.
favorite mountain bikers? Like who should I follow in the MTB world?
We probably are already. Brandon Semenick. He's
Yeah,
fuck.
dude. Yep. That's the
He
go.
rides yeah, he rides BMX well. He's
Yeah.
like fuck, he's one of my favorite riders. Though. He's fucking but yeah, I don't know, like yeah, I don't know. Like Cade Edwards. Fuck, I don't know. I'm trying to think who I like.
Kade.
Yeah,
Okay, Cade.
Edwards, I'm sure his second name is. And then I'm trying to think who else. Who else is fucking good? I'll look up.
Fuck off. Cade was following me. All right, cool. Now,
Yeah.
now
There
we're
you go.
fucking Instagram friends, Cade.
He's unreal and like he's quality. Also that Braga, Braga from like I think he's from like Norway.
I
Fuck's
don't.
sick. He's insane, that guy. But he does like mad like kind of BMX type. He won the X Games real mountain bike. He won that. Have you seen that section?
No. What's
Fucking
what's his name? Braga?
yeah, Braga.
Bragga?
Yeah, I'll get it up. I'll find it for you. But honestly, man, this dude he's fucking gnarly. Yeah, Braga Vet Vestovic. Braga Vestovic. That I fucking terrible at pronouncing second names.
Braga Vestovic.
Yeah, but mate, his shit is ruthless what he does, and he's just a powerhouse. Like he's fucking mate, he's unreal. But yeah,
Damn it, I can't find him, dude. Am I spelling Braga wrong? What's going on?
maybe yeah, like that's it there. Okay, sure, hold it up to you. Where are you? You see it?
Yeah, okay, Braga. Brag E.
Mate, honestly,
Vest.
play one of his clips on this thing because he does it's like the biggest drop I've ever fucking seen in my life. But his real X Games part is unbelievable, man. Like he's building like yeah, just the coolest shit.
Ooh. Is it free coaster or no?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
he's
I
got.
just
Oh no, sorry, yeah, yeah. It's just the way he pops, but he does a load of cool shit. But that and like, yeah, Danny Mac as well. Danny McCaskill, obviously,
yeah.
good mate of mine, and he's just incredible on any bike. He can even pick up a BMX, like knows my little hop whip it and all that shit. It's just like how the
Danny
hell do you?
can?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
fucking awesome. What's it
Sure.
like you've been around him? What's like he seems like to me just like, you know, oh that's
Yeah.
Danny McAskill. He's up there, but what's he like to kick it
He's
with?
oh man, he's amazing. He is one of the lads. Like he's always up for a good time. He's got this massive party bus. It's got smoke machines and stuff in it. So he
Damn,
always
Danny.
we always well he always takes that around and just has like mad parties at events and stuff. But he's he's just some rider. Like you know how riders are well, you know how they're fucking really good because you watch him in videos and stuff, but you go and watch him and it blows my mind every time, even though I know how good he is. But if we go for a fucking ride, I'm like, holy shit, how can you just mess around and be able to ride along like tires on like this fucking and then hopped I'm just like it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
So
I believe it.
it's natural,
He
natural to
like
have.
he broke through, you know what I mean? Like he
Yeah.
hit like my mom and dad sent me his video type shit, you know? Like
But it was
something
actually Dave Sowerby that filmed that video as well.
it's fucking incredible. Shout out Dave, dude.
Yeah, yeah. So,
I
fucking
think
wild.
I think I asked Dave to come on here and he was like, "No, thanks."
You should get Grant Smith on there. Actually,
I know, dude. I've talked to
fine.
him maybe once in my life, but I would love to talk to him.
He's a character. Me and him were out in Leon quite recently, and it was quality. It was like an old trip. We ended up getting so wasted on the last night, but it was amazing, man.
As you should, yeah.
Yeah, it was so fucking good to do it again. But yeah, good times.
For real. Amazing. Let's see. What's the other questions I ask? Well, who's your Mount Rushmore of BMX?
BMX, yeah, like fuck. There's so many people that I look up to just from like back in the day and stuff. From like I'll go from back in the day. Like I used to fucking there's a guy called Joe Tizio. You remember
Yep.
him?
Yep.
Like I used to love the shit he would do. And like Mike Escamilla as well. Chase Hawk, fucking just everything that those guys were doing. And like even when I used to watch all road films and Chase Hawk was so young and the shit he was doing was fucking cool.
I remember the road fools like where they're calling him Ratty Chase Hawk, like Steve Crandall's in his face, like
so good. That, like, all that, fucking who else? Justin Inman with his tables were fucking insane back in the day as well.
Dude, that's an interesting 4 people that you just picked. That's fucking awesome.
Mike Miller as well from the UK.
Yep.
He was fucking sickest. He was the sickest guy. His style was unreal. Kind of like Chase Hawk, but he was fucking.
He was on Proper, right?
Yeah. It was always him and Chase that were doing like the massive 180s over the boxes and that.
Yeah.
But fucking Dave Frymouth was there as well. He was up there. I used to even fucking wear a hat with a helmet over it just to fucking be like,
hell yeah.
Trying to think who else. Fucking obviously Enerson's up there as well. Dennis Enerson, he's like right up there. Trying to think who else.
How old is Dennis? He's older than us, or the same age?
He's similar, yeah.
He's just like was a phenom when he was younger, so like we all knew about him like back in the day. Yeah.
Van Holman as well. Fuck me.
Of course, yeah.
Insane. But yeah, I'm trying to think who else.
You're doing a triple Mount Rushmore, and I like it.
Yeah.
Triple layered Mount Rushmore. Let's go.
Yeah. Fuck it. Yeah.
Keep them coming, dude.
I could go on. I think, but yeah.
What about now? Currently, who are you sweating?
I used to fucking like Luke Marchant as well from back in the day. You know, the cassette videos and stuff like that. The Ride UK ones.
Who?
Ever see that? Luke Marchant.
Luke Marchant. No, I haven't. I don't know. Luke Marchant.
Yeah. Also Ruben as well. He was fucking
dude.
Sergio Taj as well. Fuck. When I'm thinking back to it, yeah.
Luke Marchant. Anyway, yeah. That's dope.
Yeah. I don't even know if he's on it. But yeah, mate, I remember at Backyard Jam, he done this fucking the biggest fucking downlip. It was insane. But yeah, all those videos back in the day as well, riding no front teeth and all that. Me and my brothers used to fucking watch that all the time. Just
hell yeah.
But yeah. So
it's funny how that like the videos that you watch when you're like 15 or 16 will stick with you forever. Like I still, Voices was for me, and Animal Can I Eat? Those two were like,
oh fucking hell, mate! Stevie Hamilton, holy shit!
Yeah,
he was my favorite for so long. I had his frame and that. I used to try and ride like him all, mate. He was fucking
he was ahead of his time and just so sick, dude. Like honestly, timeless riding. Like his part, you could watch, you could put it out today, and people would be so stoked on it. Like something special about him, man.
Incredible. So, but yeah, but Tinez as well. Holy shit, Tinez was up there. He was my brother's favorite as well.
He just hit 40 and still fucking going.
Yeah. And he's still fucking unreal. That's what makes what kind of makes it fucking. It seems like it's fucking. He looks so young still as well.
Yeah.
Because I like sweating turning 31 nowadays. Like fucking hell, like 20s just go like that, don't they? So it's went quick, and I still feel like I'm like 18, but it's fucking went quick. But yeah, 40.
I feel like you're gonna have a hell of a decade, like starting from now.
Hope so. Yeah, fucking would be nice to keep this going because it's all I know. You know what I mean?
So, so when you talked about your day in the life, you talked about doing emails and shit. So I'm curious what you are, taking care of every day with as far as emails go, and like what kind of shit are you doing?
It depends what I've done or what I'm doing, but there's a lot of other stuff that I do. I go and do a lot of like, I don't know, going to like universities or shit I get invited to because I ride for endurance stuff. So go and do a bunch of stuff like that. Also a bunch of like, I don't know, interview stuff, and I don't know, I'm trying to think what else, but like also after that video, quite a lot of stuff usually happens after a video like that's dropped. And I kid you not, I've done like probably 50 interviews the other day in one day, and we only
Wow.
got like 30 seconds in between each one. But yeah, it's been fucking insane. So after a video like that, there's a lot of stuff that comes of it. But yeah, apart from that, it's just emailing, figuring out what's next. Like I'm racing at Madeira on my mountain bike next week. And no, yeah, on the 15th. That's when I fly to Madeira, and I'm racing on my mountain bike out there. But yeah, just even this morning we were on calls trying to figure out what am I going to be wearing when I'm out there and shit like that, and just a bunch of stuff. And I feel like I ride for so many brands now, and it's like two sports, so there's always like, because it's mountain bike professionally now as well and stuff. So there's always somebody there asking something or something, but there's never many. There's like two or three, but I just take my fucking time to
Yeah.
because I didn't go to school as well. It takes me so long to type anything.
Just
Or even read.
HELLO. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I need to take a chiller for 10
Oh,
minutes.
that's awesome. And
But
dude,
yeah,
it's funny that you say that you did all the interviews, because like when you started talking on this, I was like, he's fucking media trained, dude. Like you know what you're doing when you're talking. And
thanks,
you've
man. But
and you've talked about this hot air balloon 50 different times in one day, which sounds insane.
yeah, more than enough times to be honest. It's nice to do an interview. I know we've talked about it, but it's nice to do a different interview this time.
Yeah, just no pressure. Yeah, that's, I don't know. That's the whole idea. It's just
Yeah,
fucking
man.
nobody cares. Nobody cares. Let's talk. But I think people care about you a little bit. Mountain bike sponsors, like how did they come into play? Who are they? And
Yeah.
what goes on with that? How different is that from, being sponsored in BMX?
Yeah, it's yeah, it's fucking pretty similar to be honest. Like, and the thing is, like, yeah, I feel like it's like I don't know what I'd call it. I just say I ride bikes, but I guess it's like free ride mountain bike. I just ride whatever the fuck I want to ride, really.
Yeah.
But and they only really all they ask out of me is that I post a couple of things here and there, tag them, and then obviously do my videos that I do, which will be like the Rebel ones or whatever, and or a video or two videos a year for them or something like that. But it's cool. It's pretty similar to BMX, and that's what I'm passionate about is making these videos. It's what I fucking love doing.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I ride my bike because I love it, and yeah, and I love doing the filming. So it's like it doesn't matter what bike I'm on or what I'm doing or where I'm going. It kind of all just transfers over. But the sponsor wise, it's just pretty similar. Just yeah, pretty similar. Just fucking I don't
Stay in
know.
touch and plug our shit, and like
Yeah.
I'm sorry I didn't, look it up, but who are your mountain bike sponsors? Shout them out.
Yeah, so the main one's just specialized, and then Renfrew as well. Renfrew handlebars and that. But yeah, been on specialized for a while now. They're amazing. They're such a good brand to work with.
Have you talked with Christian Regal?
Yeah, actually, me and him were talking about doing a video together.
You
But
guys should, dude, because you guys
I
both
know, it
come
would
from
be cool.
BMX. It's fucking
I
rad.
know. I'd like to fly out his way and do it there because coming over if he comes over here, he'd probably think it's shit. But he seems to be riding all this six spots. So yeah, but now we talked about that. So yeah,
That's
maybe see
dope.
that. Yeah.
I just saw he got on Deity, which is like a brand
Yeah.
that I was sweating, because like when I first got into bikes, I was maybe 15 or 16, but I saw Rome, the DVD Rome. Have you seen that? It's an
No, no.
OG mountain bike video, and I saw Chemical and a whole bunch of, I forget one of the dude's name, but anyway, Deity was a brand that I was like, this is so good, like their handlebars, and I was on a mountain bike before I switched to BMX
Yeah.
and started that life. So to see Deity come back around and sponsor Christian, I'm like, what? This is so trippy, it's
So,
dope.
yeah. It's cool. And I can see why, like, even like Brad Sims and that as well. Like everyone's
Yeah,
getting I feel like those dudes as well. I speak to Brad quite a bit, and it's like he's on the same. He just fucking loves it, and it's like I guarantee you. Like I know a lot of people. I remember when I first started writing, there was a couple of comments saying like "fucking sell out" or like this and that,
yeah,
all this. But you do it because you love it, and it is honestly so much fun. If you gave a bike to somebody or like an e-bike or that, they'd fucking love it. They'd honestly absolutely love it, and there's no denying it.
yep,
So, and that's what it's about. You do it because you fucking love it and you have so much fun. So that's why I fucking got into BMX, and
yep.
that's it. No rules in it either. I just fucking do what I do. So yeah.
It's amazing. So what would be your advice to somebody who wants to, I don't know, get to Chris Kyle's level, which I don't even know Because
And
that shit,
honestly,
you don't plan on it. Like, I don't think that you started at the skate park and you were like, all right, I'm going to carve this life out for myself. But shit just kept happening.
yeah, it just seems to keep rolling. But that's the thing. Like that's like sometimes you need to fucking pinch yourself. Like it's fucking insane, honestly. Like not saying that my life is perfect or anything like that. It's just fucking. I just love it, and but it's been, to be honest, it's been fucking. It has been hard work. It's not been easy, I fucking left home and shit. And but like I say, I loved every second of it, and it's the sheer passion for it. You need to fucking want it, and you need to just love something so much that it'll go, and you just need to fucking trust it will and keep at it. Don't be fucking beating yourself up or trying to get it, because it won't happen like that. You need to
Yeah,
just do it because you love it and for the passion, and everything else will fall into place.
facts.
But yeah, I just say fucking yeah, just fucking have fun and do it. We're all made of the same fucking stuff. So I came from a small town in the middle of nowhere and managed to travel the world and make a lifestyle like this. And if it wasn't for that bike, I wouldn't be who I am today. Wouldn't be talking to you now.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have went to Arizona. Wouldn't have done any of that. And but yeah, there's fucking honestly like so thankful for that bike. And without that, I fucking it shaped who I am. It created me as a fucking person. It's who I am.
Yeah. And that's a good note to end on, you know? Thanks for coming on, Chris.
All right, mate. Good talking to you again anyway as well. So
Yeah, for real.
see you in
All
the
right.
future.
Adios, my friends.
Yeah.
Okay, you've reached the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I'm going to go back to bed.